We are recording this for everyone too. My name is Kelly Anderson and I own California Skincare Supply. We have put you all on mute to discourage background noise so you can all hear Julie. If you have a question, you can type it into the chat and I will relay that to Julie. For anyone that's new to California Skincare Supply, we are a 3-generation female family-owned company that I started with my mom back in 1989, and we like to consider ourselves the esthetician's edge. We offer only what we think is the best equipment and skincare brands on the market. We became Julie Lindh Skin Expert's distributor couple of years ago, and we've been loving all of the tools and her skincare brand. We're super happy to have Julie Lindh here today to tell us all about her brand new NANO Lift Pro device, which we're going to learn all about. We did set up a coupon code that is going to be good from today through Friday, so you can take advantage of some savings if you decide you would like to purchase this professional device. The directions are all in the letter that everyone received, but the coupon code is just NANO, all in capitals. Make sure that you register on our wholesale website. You can see all of Julie Lindh Skin Expert brand on our website and take advantage of the wholesale pricing. So once again, you can just put any questions you have in chat and I will make sure to relay them to Julie. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Julie Lindh.
Hello, everybody. So nice to see so many come on. Anyone I've met before? I'm not really sure if I've met you in trade shows or anywhere else, but it's nice to see everyone here to learn more about this nano device, which is a Japanese technology. So I'm not sure how many of you are actually using devices at the moment or offering any microcurrents or any other features like LEDs, radio frequencies, and ion therapies, and also the micro sonic vibrations. So I'm sure you have seen on the site where Kelly had present what the nano device is. It's a handheld device, very, very simple. I think it's a simple model. Uses software, so that's why it's a Japanese technology. It's small but strong, and it uses a software for all the features. This technology is actually made to help to lift your skin, as well as skin tightening, heal any inflammations you may have, pushing nutrient into your skin, and also cooling system to tighten your pores. So it has a lot of different features in one device. It actually has 9 different features combined together that can be added into any type of your signature facials today. I really like it because I travel a lot and I normally work with larger machines. As you know, there are tons of large machines out there that is costly and you can't really travel with it, and then it's not always user-friendly. So I travel a lot with this device because it does the work. It has the same strength as any large microcurrent devices out there. And it already has minus and plus built in, so you don't have to use the prongs that you may have experienced with other microcurrent devices on the market today. So it does all the different, you can do the whole facials with this. That's what I love about it. So you could do, 30 minutes as an add-on into your treatments today with any of your products, or you can also do a 60 minutes. And I've also created a 4 weeks program for your clients to have them come back as a series to give them that 1 month results. Any questions so far before I move on into the features? No? Okay, great. So I'm just going to show the the different features that comes with the device. So when you turn it on, I'm not sure if anybody already have this device, but it's very, very simple and easy. When you turn it on, it's already have a combination of these different modules into one treatment. So when you turn it on, it has radio frequencies. As you know, radio frequencies help to tighten the skin. So for those who do not know what radio frequency does, is that it heats up the skin tissues, releases that waveform into the layers, and your body believes that there is heat coming through. So, and as you know, when you create certain injuries, whether it's cryotherapy, heat, or type of manual injuries like microneedling, helps to trigger your fibroblasts to build more collagen. But when the heat enters into the tissues, it actually releases all this frequency on a broader sections, and that triggers your body mechanism of defense mechanism, thinking that, oh, okay, heat's coming through, but it's a very even heat because it uses something from topical, and that helps to expand your reticulin layers, but then when it cools down, it tightens that area. So also work with your current collagen, not just producing more collagen for you. Radio frequency is great for, you know, so far it's been used for the neck skin tightening, and also for the face, because of that tightening effect that you get over time. So once it releases into your layers of the skin, it lingers there for several days until your body work through the heat. If anyone's working with radio frequency, you probably know the results of it. Strong devices, radio frequency devices, actually helps to, you know, release a lot more heat. This does as well, except that this works with other modules or feature in the device. So it has radio frequency, and when you turn it on, it also has red LED. I'm not sure if you can see that. So it works together with the skin. So not only will it release heat, but then the red LED kind of counteracts the inflammation as well. So it's like fooling your brain that there is an injury, but at the same time, just at the verge of, you know, wound healing. So any questions about radio frequencies? I am going to demo how this is going to work on the skin, but I just wanted to go through them all first so that you know the different features of what this little device can do. Okay. So when you turn it on, it has radio frequency, but in the manual that I created, you will start with actually with the EMS. So that's you know, microcurrent features that is combined with LED light, blue and red, and also radio frequency. So it has 4 different features in one. So when you apply it to your skin, it will go all together. So you don't have to do one by one. So you're saving a lot of time there. And microcurrent, as you know, it helps to lift your muscle fibers. This one, it's strong enough to actually contract your muscle fibers because it allowed the kind of making your nerve ending contract the muscle for you. So it is like a workout, like a bodybuilding for your large and small muscles on your face. And the radio frequency, as you know what it will do, and LEDs, red and blue, that also helps to tone down inflammation, build more collagen, and it also has sonic vibration. So it's a very, very soothing, but at the same time, it helps to tighten your skin, lift your muscles, and build collagen. So it does everything. I just love this device. It's tiny. It uses, you know, it's great. Anybody that I've treated with the device, they always want to come back wondering what this device is about. So, and you see instant results. So it is compatible to those big, large machine if you're working with microcurrent devices at the moment. Any questions about this feature here? No? Great.
No questions, but if anyone has them, we are hoping to have a very interactive class. Oh, here we have one. Do you need a conjunctive gel in order to make this device work?
Yes. Like any other devices, ultrasound, radio frequencies, microcurrent, you do need an ultrasound gel as the conductor in order to enhance the strength of what releases into the skin. So definitely, yes. I often use all the products inside, like hyaluronic acid, any serums that you want before I apply the ultrasound gel, because I like to, pushing some products in as well. As you know, ultrasound gel has this very large molecule, so it doesn't really penetrate into the skin. So, but you're helping all the other products underneath. So if you layer it, that could really help with the nutrients for the skin. It's really, really great. So, but yeah, ultrasound gel is definitely, Kelly, you sell the ultrasound gel as well?
No, but we do have many products that work effectively as ultrasound gel. So I've found that there's many gel masks that you can use and get added benefits from active ingredients, and it acts as a conductor as well.
Yeah, yeah, great. So you have everything, Kelly.
We're working on that, Julie. We have over 5,000 products now.
Wow, amazing, amazing. That's why you have so many followers. It's fantastic. Okay.
Julie, we do have another question. She says, so you also put the skincare products and then the gel, and that helps to make all the products penetrate. Yes, correct. Do you have a favorite serum, Julie, that you like to put before the conductor gel?
Yes, I actually use the hyaluronic acid serum. Kelly sells this too. I think it's great because it has kind of like a similar texture. It's just gel base, and then you apply that kind of thick, and then you apply the ultrasound gel. But with this device, you don't want to apply the ultrasound gels right on the face. You want to apply it directly on the plate here, so that you're not using a lot. Because I find it oftentimes when you apply so much on the face, it's just runny, So with this, because it has a lot of heat coming here, so, and if clients have a lot of heat coming from outside, sometimes, your ultrasound gel might melt on the skin. So it doesn't have that texture. So anytime you feel like, it starts to dry up, you just apply more here rather than on the skin. That's how I've always done with all the devices that I own. So yes. How does one disinfect the device between clients? You actually can wash this. It's waterproof. So just cover the outlets, for the charger, and you actually can use it under running water. That's how great this device is. So I know many are afraid to do that because they think it's going to like break down or water's going to seep in, but it's not. Or you mainly just wipe, but not using alcohol wipes, because the body is made of hide and it's plastic, so you don't want that to start breaking. So, and you don't want it to get this plate dull looking.
Would you want to use something like a Cavicide wipe, which is like a medical grade disinfectant?
Yes. If you would like to do that, yes, definitely. Yes. Some you can't get it wet. Exactly. A lot of machines you can't get it wet. This one is a little different because you're meant to use with lots of products. So that's how they created it, so that it's water resistant and waterproof. So it's great. And yes, you can disinfect with like 7th generation or like a Cavi or Rejuvenation wipes, whatever it is that you're using that is non-alcohol based. I use a lot of oxygen based wipes. I like them better, so that's what I'm using if I feel like this one is extra disinfectant after you wash it. Okay, any other questions so far? No. All right, so the next feature is the iontoporosis. Okay, this one, it can be scary for some because it basically releases a lot of energy. And energy, what I mean by it shoots electricity into your skin. I call this electric microneedling. It feels like microneedling, but it is using electric that shoots in layers of the skin. I like this feature. You just have to educate your clients what it does. When you apply all that products prior to your ultrasound, that's what this is going to do. It's going to push the product into the skin even more. So it is very nutritive for the tissue. So it's absorb whatever it is that you push in. So that wave push that molecule into the skin. So that's when you have that dewy, glossy, hydrated skin. So that's what this feature does. And again, it's combined with radio frequency, LED lights, and also sonic vibration. It's very, very soothing, except for the movement on the face. It's, because it's made with electricity, kind of release electricity in your skin, it is going to affect your nerve ending. So your nerve ending is the one that actually helping to contract involuntarily for your muscles. So well, I'm going to show you how it looks like when I do this on myself. You can see some of the movement and what happened to the skin when you apply some of these features. So that is the Ionic process. Now, for some people who has very, very sensitive skin, if they have rosacea, if they have, psoriasis, eczema, or any type of dermatitis, you may not want to do the Ionic process because it will aggravate a lot more heat and also, the redness that they have. So you may have to try it on the lowest level just to see if they are able to handle it, and then have to look at the skin. Is it getting more red? Is it less red? Did it feel itchy and such? So that's one that you want to be careful with, is if they really have highly, highly sensitive skin with lots of redness. The thing with redness skin is that everybody, they feel like they're limited, right? Because they want the lift, they want everything, what everyone is doing, but the skin is more sensitive. So the idea with how to treat sensitive skin is how you take care of it after the treatment, what you tell them to do at home, because they want the lifting, they want, radio frequency, they want heat and so forth, but it is going to make the skin a little bit more sensitive because that's what they come in with. But your job is to let them understand that this is what's happening. If you want your skin, tighten up, you want more collagen produced, and sometimes this is what needs in order for that to happen in the treatment, and this is what you have to do at home. So it's all about educating your clients so that they don't go home and thinking, oh, my face is heated up and it's super red, and then but I look lifted, but I'm super red. What to do with that? So with any devices, I'm sure you guys already know, even with peels. So any questions with that features with iontoporosis? I know not many people are using iontoporosis machine anymore, but this came with it. So as I said, it does the whole facial. So it takes care of the surface, the muscle, the reticular layers, and also the pore side. So any questions? No? Okay, great. Then we're going into the ion. So if electroporation is pushing in products, then the ion is pulling out. So what does it pull? It pulls out oil. I don't use steam in my treatment room. I've been using ion for ages before extractions. That's what I use. So if you're not used to doing ion, if you want to continue with your steam, that's fine too. But ion is great because it helps to pull the oil or bring it to the surface, and it doesn't make your skin red, heated up after steam. And extraction is so much easier. Totally open your pores. So if you haven't tried ion as before extraction, it's something you can do with this device as well. Any questions on the ion? Good, you guys are really following this. Okay, the last one is the cooling system. So this is at the end after you apply all the products, and it is not cryotherapy in that sense where it's super, super cold. But if you think about what we've done here so far, it's heating up the skin. We heated up the skin. and then the cooling comes after. So it's like a reactions beneath the skin. No? So on a science base is like the hot and then the cold, and the hot and then the cold actually triggers your collagen productions in a not in a rapid way, but it does it in some ways of protections. So when we cool down after all the features that we've gone through, it is going to have to tighten everything up. So anything that we swell up with radio frequency, microcurrent, and all that is going to tighten things up. So all the fibers, all the cells, and all the energy that you've now created is going to all be narrowed down to skin tightening. And also have to tighten your pores, keep all your products in so it molds everything in. So I love this feature. Instead of using like the spoon or the cooling, there are these cooling therapy, or even, there's so many cooling, the globe that you can use. So it's very similar, except these offer everything in one machine. So anybody has questions so far? No? It's good. Kelly, you have any questions that you can think of you want me to bring up?
I've been personally using it twice a week since Christmas time, and I absolutely love it. What do you want to talk a little bit about how to incorporate into a series in your treatment room?
Yes. So when it comes to microcurrents or any treatment, in order to see results, they have to come back more often, because microcurrents is actually lifting your muscle. So it's like going to the gym. You're not going to get 6 packs in one time, or get bigger biceps in one day. So for clients who are really, really interested in more holistic kind of treatments, this is perfect because it helps to encourage their the muscle to lift up naturally and get their fibroblasts to trigger a bit more collagen naturally and so forth. I highly suggest to offer this to client once a week. So I've created a 4-week series where they come in once a week. The first week is 1-hour treatments that includes with pore cleansing, a peel, whether you do dermaplaning or any type of resurfacing or scrub, then you add the whole features into the treatment so that it's become like this 1-hour treatment. The next week, they only come for 30 minutes. There's no pore cleansing, there is a peel and the device. Same thing with the third week. They come for 30 minutes, they get the whole treatment with the device and another peel. And then the 4th week, they come back for an hour treatment, and you do similar to the first week. So I've seen that to produce a better result, long lasting, and clients super, super happy. And it also helped them to come back. And in between that 4 weeks, I encourage them to use these rollers. So they keep it up for me at home so that I can do more in the treatment room, especially the pink one. Kind of keep up with making the muscle fibers tighten on a daily basis. So I used to sell this. So I call this more of a yoga in between, and then you have the bodybuilding at my office. What type of peels are you recommending? So I use a lot of lactic peel in my treatments with crystals. I think, Kelly, you have, I saw on your IG that you just have this various different peels with the booster.
Yes, we have lots of different peels from many different companies, particularly if you like lactic. We sell many lactic peels, so yes.
Yes, I find that lactic peels is something that you can do weekly without harming the skin too much or drying skin out. So that's what I use in this 4-week series. I think they're great and also non-drying, so you don't have to keep having them come back and keep doing their resurfacing during those 4 weeks. And after the 4 weeks, you can have them come once a month for that 1 hour, including the device. That's usually worked so far. So the idea with lifting the facial muscle is you have to keep kind of making your body have that memory. You know, it's like going to the gym. You need to keep up until you get to the point where you think, okay, now it's good. So after 4 weeks, I give them a break for a month. If they're using the rollers at home, that will be really, really great. And you can definitely tell after the second week that they actually look better, and they feel it too in a treatment room. So it's a very, very simple. I think it is absolutely amazing for an add-ons. If you've been offering you know, basic European facials that your clients like with the pore cleansing and so on, you should definitely add this as an add-on, or as the 4 series, or just 1 hour facials with it. Your clients will love it because they can feel it and they can see it immediately, instantly. That's the feedback that I have, and that's the reason why I wanted to share it with you know, STs, because in the beginning I was traveling with it myself because I couldn't just bring all my big devices, and now I see so many of my clients like the feeling. They're like, can't we just do that Japanese thing again? So I became very popular, and that's the reason why I brought it to Kelly's attention that she should definitely share it with you guys. Do you have a particular brand of peel that you work with and like the results you get? Okay, so I mainly work with 40% lactic, and then I use a lot of crystals, which is the booster, probably what Kelly's been promoting lately. They are peptide crystals and vitamins crystals that I just add into the peel, and I let it sit for about a minute for it to combine the molecules, and then I apply it to the skin. So the way I do my peels might be a little bit different. I apply the peel after the extractions, and then I actually add a sheet mask, you know, one of those tiny sheet masks that you can cover over. So I do that, and on top of that, I know it's just like a minute or so that you should have your peel on, but because this sheet mask is cold and you know, on the skin, I wanted it to kind of not vaporize out. I want the heat to stay in, but at the same time cooling the skin with this cool sheet mask over. Then I remove it, and then I begin with applying the products, the hyaluronic acid, and then, you know, start doing the nano treatments.
You want, if you would like some recommendations for lactic acid peels, I'm happy to give you some of my recommendations. It really depends on the strength of lactic acid you want to use. Circadia by Dr. Pugliese has 2 or actually 4 beautiful lactic acids. The 45% would be wonderful with this treatment. If you want something stronger, Clear Choice has a 70% cryoprotective lactic acid, and that's going to be a lot stronger. So it really just depends on the strength of acid, and you can always shoot me an email for any recommendations. We do carry over, I think, 100 different chemical peels, so I'm very happy to help you with any of that. So she's saying in Oregon, they can't go higher than 30% across the board. Then a great peel for you to choose would be the Mad Skincare Environmental Renewal Peel. It's actually less than 30%. It's a combination of acids. It's in a water-based gel. So it's very gentle and effective, and it would be perfect. Actually, I have a lot of clients using that particular peel in Oregon. So that's called Environmental Renewal Peel, and that is from Mad Skincare.
Yeah, sounds great. I would like to try that, Kelly.
Okay, perfect.
Let me try it and see how it works with this device. Well, I think any peels, if you're already using, as I said, you know, just if they're going to come once a week, you may not want to use glycolate or salicylic acid because it would be too drying. And the idea is to make them look really plump, tightened, lifted, and radiant at the 4th week's treatment. So, and that's what they want to come back for. The reason why I promote this to ST, I know it's very expensive to purchase sometimes those big devices, and then also maybe hard to promote in the beginning. But this is a great start for those who are not used to any type of device, because it's strong. Don't be fooled by the way it looks, that it looks tiny. It's very heavy, it's very durable, and it's high quality. This is very, very big in Japan and Korea. It's nothing new to them. They, use this often, not only in a professional, although this one is professional strength, but many handhelds, as you can see on TikToks or any other handheld devices, is so big at the moment. But this is something I highly suggest for those who are new in using devices. As I said, it's user-friendly and it's already built in with all these different combinations of treatments, so you don't have to try to figure out in the treatment room. And once you get really used to using one device, and if you want to cut down the treatments with the NANO, then you can purchase two, and you can use two devices into the treatment room, and then that cuts the treatments with 10 more extra minutes. This device is actually a professional strength, so I've upgraded this one or tweaked this one to make it stronger. So you don't want to sell this one particularly because it's quite strong, and if they are not being educated enough for at-home use, they may do crazy things, as we know. That's why you want to give them just the roller for now. It's like, because they're going to see a result with the roller on their own anyways on a daily basis. So that's what you would sell in between the NANO treatments, because I tried to do that in the beginning, but it was just too hard, because it became too complicated for a lot. They don't know where their muscles located, and then they do it too close to the eyes and all that. So I think for now, professional strength NANO device is what we will promote, and we can offer the rollers in between. Yes.
And Julie, I just want to clarify so everyone knows, the rollers Julie's speaking of is that ageless beauty wand rollers. She held them up, and those are solar powered microcurrents for use at home, and they're very, very lovely, very durable. It's wonderful that they're solar powered. They are always just ready to go.
Yes.
And very effective, and they can be used daily and be perfect as a retail product sold in conjunction with your NANO Lift Pro series.
Yes. Yes. If you get the protocol device, yes, that is provided for you with the 4 weeks. So it just give you kind of, if you already savvy with devices and just want to add this into your own protocol, that's fine too. But if you want to see what that protocol looks like in a 4-week series, because this is going to help to upgrade not just your services, but you'll have better profit as well, having them coming back and letting them know that, hey, your muscles needs to be worked out. You can't just come once every three moons away and then thinking that your skin is going to look lifted. This is a natural non-surgical kind of facelift, I would call it. And that's how microcurrents had its name, because when I first started, microcurrent was in year 2000, and I was invited to do a lot of red carpets, and they all said, I want to look lifted, I want to do this, but I don't want to look like I had something done. And that was the reason why I became like more of the microcurrent guru, and I call it, okay, non-surgical facelift it is. So I would go to Hollywood and just pump iron, like work out their muscle, in their face, and they all look just fantastic. And that's the reason why I know so much about muscle lifting on the face, which I created these rollers for people to use it at home slowly every day. So I call these more of a yoga. So you keep your skin perked up and glowing. Not only will it help with muscle lifting, but it also helps to increase blood circulation, oxygen in your skin, and just that two actions gives skin lots of energy, and it gives your skin that radiant glow naturally. So that's why they are popular. Any other questions? So I'm going to, do a little bit of a demo here. Is that good, Kelly? Start the demo?
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to let all of our attendees know that the Julie Lindh NanoLift protocol, as well as the complete PowerPoint on the device, is in our manufacturer resource pages on our website. So you can just click Education Manufacturer Resources, then Julie Lindh, and it will be there for you anytime you need it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to walk through what happens in the treatments room, an example. So you have your client comes in and you wash the skin and so forth. And instead of a steam, you may want to try the ion treatments. So how this device works with that is that you apply a wet cotton, 4x4 or whatever cotton that you're using, and you clip it with this ring. That's what it meant to do. It's to absorb the oil into the cotton pads. And you want to turn it on, and you go to ion, and you go really high on that. It just feels warm, nothing more. And the way I do the treatments is, if I know that they have a lot more oil on their T-zone, that's where I'm going to focus on. So I'm not going to go all over and then go back and then doing the extractions. I'm going to focus on where I see most pores that are open, and I'm going to kind of start there. So the skin is clean. You can wet the skin if you like, if you feel like the client have very dry skin, but you want this cotton pad to be really wet, but not runny, but good wet. And you turn it on, and it has that sonic vibrations to actually break down the oil that is being stuck in the pores. So I would go around the nose. There is no particular sequence here. You just go over it, and you do it for 1 minute. So wherever you need to go. And after 1 minute, I usually put this aside, and then I do the extraction to that area. So I go kind of piece by piece, not piece by piece, but the areas where you feel like, okay, the necks and so forth. I just find steaming is great. It's very relaxing and such, but if a person have a lots of clogged pores and you focus on here, then these parts are already cooling down. So that's the reason why my extraction do not leave any redness, because I go part by part, and then I go to the next area to do the extractions. And then wherever you feel that it needs most attention. Any questions on the ion, how that works? It's very, very easy. I think it does a great job in breaking the hard oil that is stuck between your pores, like inside the pore walls, and then it pulls it to the surface, and then you extract it. Yes, absolutely. You can use any toner if you have an astringent toner. If you know your clients have lots of extractions, you can use any of the astringent toner. Yes, the blueberry white tea mist is great too. So it's fine. You can use any toner. Yes. All right. So once you're done, then you clip this off, throw it out. Sometimes you could see on the cotton that the oil has been coming to the surface, and I usually just show my clients, look how dirty you are. Look how much extraction you need, or how much oil you have embedded into your pores. Any questions there? Kelly, is that good? Move on.
Does anyone have any questions on the ion portion?
It's very, very simple.
Yep, I think we're good.
Yeah. So I would not put the ring back on, because you don't want all the products hanging on the ring. So after the ion therapy, you just take this off. Okay, so you do the extractions, and then afterwards you do your toner or your high frequency, whatever it is that you do after extractions. I immediately do the peel. That's what I do. So I apply the peel, I put a sheet mask, a cold sheet mask for a minute, and then I remove that, and then I remove the residue of the peel. Then I apply the hyaluronic acid serum, whatever serum that you want to use to as a between the skin and the ultrasound gel. Then, once you're done with that, you want to use the, as I said, not to apply the ultrasound directly on the face, but apply it right on this plate here. And this part, I'm going to use the lifting, the microcurrent. Now, I've been doing this for so long, I'm sure Kelly can agree. Once you start doing it for some times, your muscle is kind of already up there. So it's not going, you're not going to see a lot of my muscle jitter or contracting as much. But I use on a 3 level here because that's the strength I can handle. I don't know anyone can handle 5 because it's a lot. It's really a lot. No, because ultrasound gel has a very large molecule, so it mainly stays on the surface of the skin. It's the body just don't absorb it. There's no nutrients that is going to pull it in, and it would just stay on the surface. So your pores, your skin is actually very, very smart. It knows what to absorb in, size of molecule, more or less, and also to bounce out. What shouldn't be there. So it's impossible. I have not heard, and I've been in the industry for quite some time, so I've not heard anyone say that the gel is actually making them skin break out. Because it doesn't stay, you know, because you remove it afterwards, it doesn't stay. All right, so I'm going to do the microcurrent here on 3 bars. Now you want to start 1 bar, 2 bars before you go up, because if you do on a very high bars, their face is going to go bananas and they may be in shock. Huh? So you don't want to do that because they may not want to come back the week after. All right, so here we go. It has red LED and blue LED alternating, and then it has radio frequency and sonic vibrations, so all in one. So I'm just going to do here. You may not see it, but a little bit. There you go. So like any other microcurrent device, you want to start kind of, well, not all equal, but with this device, you want to start by the jaw area. So you can see a little bit there. And this is quite strong, mind you. So for certain skin that has very weak muscle, they're gonna feel a lot with this one. And you just go from mid part of the face to the hairline. Now, when it is on high, like on 3, some may feel their eyes is twitching. This is quite normal, huh? Because it releases so much waveform into the nerve layers, so all the nerves are working together, so they may feel twitching, and this is quite normal. You just don't go very close to the eye areas. When you begin to go here for the marionette, from the chin up to nasal level fold here, they may feel in their teeth because your gum has tons of nerves. So if they feel too much in the teeth and they feel uncomfortable, you tell them to put their tongue there to lessen the feeling. It's very, very simple. I usually do 15 passes into one area, depending on what your clients need. If they have a very saggy lower face, you may want to spend more time there to help lift that. Now, to understand that lower sagging face is, you can't really build big muscle here and thinking it's going to lift up. It's actually this big muscle that you have to make stronger so that it lifts up that sagging skin. Make sense? So you can do 15 passes in one area. Of course, if they can handle more, you do more. If you feel like they need more, you can do more in that area, but not so close to the eye areas. Yes, so what happened, Okay, so radio frequency sends the frequency down into the layers of the skin. And when it gets down on the surface, you may just feel a little heat, but it actually very, very warm beneath the skin, because you're not going to feel all the way down. So radio frequency releases that heat into the skin, and your body believes that there is some sort of a danger because it's too hot, and it creates a lot of blood flow and oxygenation to build and triggers your collagen productions. But yes, once your skin cools down after radio frequency, that's when the tightening effect happens. It starts to tighten up because you swell up when there's a lot of heat, and then it tightens the skin. Did you get the answer there, Michelle? Okay. So as you can see, even though somebody like me who, you know, not that I'm playing with all my machine, but I love microcurrent because it gives you that nice lift. As you can see already, it has, you know, even though I have such a high cheekbones and round cheeks, it gives you even more so. So that's the lower part. I start here first before I go to the neck. The neck I do much later. And then for the forehead, well, you don't want to cool down too much after radio frequency because you want your body to keep working at it. But as I said, if the person have a very sensitive skin, that might be too much for them, and they get the redness, and the body just don't cool it down for it for you. Then you know, the injuries that your body is lingering with might be too much. So here, you do up, up, up. I don't like the forehead so much because it feels a lot, because you have no meat here. It's all muscle, so it's a lot. But for some, it helps to release the tension, so it's really good.
So Julie, I can read this question for you since you're working on your
yeah.
So specifically for firming the neck and the face, would you choose to start with the microcurrent?
Yes, so for the treatments that I do, I always start from the face first, and then I do the neck afterwards, because when you do this device on the neck, it because you have a very big muscle here, it contracts so much that it jumps. No matter how low you do it, it jumps. And that oftentimes scares the clients. So they're thinking, oh my God, that's how my face is going to be like. So I work on the neck after I've done everything here. In the mask, I focus on the neck. So yes, no matter what, you do the neck with the microcurrent also.
And I'm not sure, but she also might be referring to, would you choose the microcurrent setting first over the radio frequency setting on the device?
Yes, I would do microcurrent first. That's what we're doing now after the ion therapy. I do the radio frequency kind of last because it's very soothing and it's relaxing. So you don't want to do all that and then suddenly they jump, you know, making the muscle move too much after such a relaxing. Yeah. So
one more question, Julie. So you would go straight from the radio frequency setting to the cooling setting as the last, or what's going to be your final step, I guess?
The final step is going to be the cryo, the cooling setting with all the products in. So that's the sequence. So right now we're doing the sequence as if you are doing the treatment. So you start with the ion, you do extractions, peel, whatever, and then you lift the muscles. And then after that, we're doing the antiprocess, ENI calls here, which comes with LEDs and radio frequency and sonic vibration. So this is the one that I said could be like a electric microneedling. It feels like a microneedling. So for those who cannot do microneedling in your state, this is perfect because it gives these similar reactions that make your skin triggers your fibroblasts, because it's not a manual bleeding, but it still releases this action inside the tissues. So for those who can't use microneedling, this is perfect. With this one, you want to start small, like it goes up to 5 bars. I can only handle 2. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So it feels like electric shoots into the skin. It's not uncomfortable, but if you do it really high, it might be too uncomfortable for some. Now, you can't see that my muscle is moving here, but if you do that with some clients who has weak muscle, you're going to see that their face pull like that to the side, wherever this electric is shooting down. I don't know if Kelly experienced that. Kelly, do you experience, any sort of pulling with the ENI?
Not so much pulling, but I only keep it at 2 myself.
Yeah. So I love this one. I think this really helps to trigger your fibroblasts, but it is not comfortable. And if you're using too little of the ultrasound, it's going to give us small shockers. And most of my clients like that because they think that something is really happening in their skin. And this one actually will make your kind of give, it's not a jitter, eye jitter, but it gives you some sort of a light because it's electricity. So you'll see some light, and they may say that, oh, I see lots of light in my eyes. Is that normal? Yes, it is quite normal. You have to understand that your body is made of microcurrents, micro electricity. It's just all energy. So this is just a more powerful energy to kind of interact with your body's energy. It may just feel uncomfortable, but it's really no danger. This one is, I like to do this little extra. You can do in circular motion, slow, however you want it. This doesn't really need to follow your muscle fibers or muscle contractions. So that's the third kind of procedure with this. Yeah, when you're doing any of these treatments, as you can see, first of all, the light, it's not really going to shine into the eyes. You can just have your clients close their eyes. You don't need to cover it, because no matter how much you cover it, when you're doing the Ionic process, they're going to see that flashing light anyways. So it makes no difference. And it's just in the way. You can just have them close their eyes.
Perfect.
Yes. And the next one is then the radio frequency. So here I like to use really high. The higher you go, the more heat penetrates through the tissue. And this one, it's very soothing, very, it's just nice and relaxing. And if you feel that the clients have a lot of fold, an example around their mouth or, their marionette line there, you can just focus a lot more there, because you want to heat up that area to trigger more collagen productions. This one, you can go very close to the under eye if you like. It's very soothing. You can also go on the eyelids, not directly on the eyeballs, but on the eyelids, above the brows, forehead. This particular feature will take a little bit longer. So you want to go slow to heat up the skin, but you don't want to stay in one place too long, because then they can feel a bit burnt. Thank God I'm doing this with you guys. Now I don't have to do this at home. This is the radio frequency, just radio frequency with LED. It's really, really nice. So you want to finish up with that, on the face. Once you're done with that, you want to remove, well, you do the other side as well, and then you remove the gel. and you apply all your products, the finishing products, or if you are not using any finishing products and you want to do a mask on a client, I usually do my biomagnetic or infrared mask after. So I apply that on the face, and while that's on the face, that's when I do the neck. You know, for the neck, you don't have to do the ions, you don't have to do the ions process. You just do the muscle lifting and radio frequency while they are in the mask. And you can use any other mask, you know, if you want to do hydrating mask, clay mask, whatever it is that you're using in treatments normally. So after the mask and after you've done the neck, you apply all the products, and you will finalize with the cryotherapy or the cooling to close all the pores, to mold all your products in. As you can see already, there's all different. As I said, I already have very high cheekbones, and so imagine those that have more of a you know, lower cheekbone or sagginess. So that's the reason why they see result immediately. So the last feature would be the cooling, and that goes high on its own. So it uses the cooling system with the blue LED. And it's really nice, it's just nice and cooling. So if you want to close the pores, if the skin is heated up. Now you can use this feature alone, you don't have to use it with a nano device. If you're doing chemical peels and it's too harsh on the skin, and you see there's a lot of redness, and you want to cool the skin down, that's the feature you're going to use. So you can separate some of this feature as well and use this device for other treatments instead of just doing the nano treatments. So it's very versatile. I just love the multi-function you know, benefits of it. Okay, it all depends on where you are, of course. So when you charge the full series, California, it all depends on your signature. If your signature, let's say if your signature is $150, which includes pore cleansing and a mask, and also massage, if that's what you do, this is going to then replace the massage. So that you don't lose time. So you still want to do it within that 60 minutes. That's how you make your money. So I would probably charge it $225 or $250, 100 more. If it's just an add-on, if you feel like, oh, you know what, this person just need a little add-on, not the whole treatments with the nano, then you do just the lifting, an example, charge that for $45. So they get the lifting, because that's when they're going to see results. Oregon, okay. Well, again, you know, you want to make this as, oh, this is a new treatment, they're going to feel it, they're going to see it, and then you may want to sell them the rollers also, so that they can keep up, especially with the 4 weeks treatments. So for the 4-week series, I think I have ST that sells for $750, $500, depending where you are. So I said the first week is 60 minutes, second and third weeks only 30 minutes, and then the last week is 60 minutes, so that they feel like they're getting something out of this as well. So, and then whatever products you sell to complete or complement the treatments would be really great too. Like any type of product, say tightening, lifting, that's what you tell them that they need to use. You know, they have to help you as well. I mean, they're doing it for their skin. So if this is their investment, they need to invest all out. It's all about education. But as soon as you add a device into facials, you have to raise your price and lessen your labor by doing lots of massage and so on, because this is going to give you better result. Of course, if there are clients that loves your massage and want to continue with just your massage, it's fine too. Yes, you sell as a 4 weeks treatments. I have a few that sells it for $795 for 4 weeks, or $900, because they're going to see results. Believe me, I worked with this device since 2015, so I know they are going to see results. Any other questions? Kelly, any more you want me to cover? I think we covered really well here.
Does anyone have any other questions? I think it was a great class, and thank you for sharing everything and showing us how to use it.
Yeah, I think if there was anything, you know, well, they can review it again, right? So which brand do you use? Products wise, I have my own brand, which you can find at Kelly's store. I always say California Skincare Supply. So if you want to include some of the products, actually the manual that I am providing is going to include some of my products, like the Nourish Face Serum, the Glowing Skin Oil, and so forth. That's what I feel has been working for clients, and also something they can bring home. So ideally for us as an SD, we want to help them to look their best, but they also have to help themselves, right? So it is an investment, and if they want to see a full-on result, you sell the roller with the products that's being used in the treatments. Very, very simple. The name of the roller is Ageless Beauty System. So there is a 1.0, which is flat. Okay, the flat one is amazing because you can actually release a lot of this fascia. So if you see somebody with, like, you know, what do you call it, second jaw or double chin, you use this enough every single day and press that area, you actually release a lot of fascia and tighten the skin. The 2.0 has little spikes on it that helps to trigger your fibroblasts on a daily basis, but also has an exfoliation kind of, because of frictions, so it helps exfoliate the skin as well. So it helps to lighten your spots. Yes. Thank you for attending. You know, I hope I've been quite thorough with everything that I've talked about today. If there is anything that I'm missing, please connect with Kelly, and then we can, you know, you can also revisit this video. Yes, we do have classes. Do you have any from in the past, Kelly? Do you still have that videos, or do we want to create maybe a video?
Well, we do. We actually have 3 recorded classes on the Ageless Beauty ones. Also under that tab, Education, you can find a lot of helpful information under that tab across the top of our website. So just click Education and then Video Learning. And I believe we have 2 or 3 classes just on the Ageless Beauty ones and on both of those ones. So you can find that there and learn all about them, how to use them both in your back bar and resell them.
Yes, great. Well, you can find all my products at Kelly's store.
California Skincare Supply.
And if you have any questions, I think we've done, like you said, you know, Kelly, we've done a few videos and such. But if there is enough demand, and then we want to brush up on things, because we've, you know, I get more feedbacks, and I've tried a little bit more extra, you know, kind of exploring. We can always create more classes such as today.
Absolutely. Yes, I would love to do a new class on them. And yes, this class will also be added to the Video Learning Center. It'll probably take a couple days to upload, but you can find it there if you want to rewatch it at any time. And then don't forget the coupon code to save 10% on this device through Friday, and that is just NANO, all in capitals. And I'm confident you're going to love it. Like I said, I've been using it myself, and I love it. I'm addicted to it.
Yes, me too. I mean, as I said, I work with big machines, and I still have big machines, but this is the one that I go with, and then my rollers. So for your own using, please don't use this every single day. Once you lift that muscle, you need to have some days in between. You could do it 2-3 times a week in the beginning, and then in the end, you don't need to use it that often. It can go twice a week, and it can down to once a week. But in between, you can do this every single day, no problem. Why I'm saying that is, if you've been building your muscle and your muscle fibers is getting stronger and tighter and bigger, you don't want to continue doing that. You don't want to end up with very big muscles, and then you're not using the device, and then that's going to sag down because it become heavy. So I highly suggest 2 to 3 times a week for your own using, for you to see the result yourself. Definitely no more than that. So I just use it once a week, pretty much, and it's enough for me. So
perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. And thank you so much, Julie. We enjoyed the class, and always lovely to see your beautiful face.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. I'll see you soon again.
Okay, everybody, thanks for joining us. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call anytime. You can chat with Julia and I actually through our website. We have a texting app that comes to both of our phones, or you can send us an email. We are always here for you.
Okay, great. Keep up. All right. I hope to see everybody soon again for other education, whether it's with NANO or any other products that I'm offering. So
okay, perfect. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.